Okay, picture this. You are a diner, cafe, small town restaurateur. You live in this house that is like very broken down because your husband was a handyman. He has passed away. And it's just like a real time. The heat is not working. It's winter. You like go downstairs in your blanket, take it off, get your coat. One day after work, you are looking at all the snowman competitions in town, and you, for some reason, even though you have no heat and you're very cold all the time, give this snowman your scarf, take a little picture of him, and go home. Overnight, the snowman obviously comes to life. And he's like, whoa! He is naked. He is Ted from Schitt's Creek. He looks great. And he's like, I need clothes. Whoa. He's telling all our snowman friends, like, look, guys, I am a real boy. I am Pinocchio. So he breaks into this little shop and steals some clothes. And some people happen to see him. They're like, oh my God, someone's streaking. So he gets the clothes, and I think he's just like wandering around town. I don't know. And someone reports him for like streaking and stealing, and they don't know who it is. So next day, the woman with the scarf runs into him and is like, what are you doing with my scarf? And he's like, you gave it to me last night. I'm a snowman. Come to life. And she's like, okay, like, come get a little coffee and a meal, strange man. She gets him like a little fed and warmed up. And she notices that he's like sweating, but he's ice cold. Takes him to the doctor, who is the mom from like that sitcom. She looks really good. I know, descriptive. And she's like, wow, he's so hot. He is. And then she's like, my thermometer says he's 30 degrees, like 30 degrees Fahrenheit, I think, which seems impossible. But, you know, like, he seems, you know, fine. And, you know, I know that I'm supposed to be a medical professional, but he says he's a snowman. Maybe he's a snowman. Like Magic Girl. And Lacey Chabert is like, okay, sure. So the doctor is like, you can come stay with me. And the snowman is like, no, I must stay with Lacey Chabert. I trust her. And Lacey Chabert is like, I don't know you. But she reluctantly agrees to let this strange man stay in her home. And she's like, I have to go to work and do my like entrepreneur things. Please just stay here and do not make any trouble. Because at this point, we've now been made aware that the sheriff, who is that really funny guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, who's always like escaping crime, he's looking for the person who stole and streaked. And he is like, I will get justice. And Lacey Chabert is like, gotta protect him. So hot snowman Ted from Schitt's Creek stays home, watches a lot of TV. Turns out he's a very fast learner. And so he is learning to do handyman stuff. He makes delicious meals. He's doing all this stuff. He's decorating. It's so nice. And Lacey Chabert is like, wow, what a time. And at one point, he even like discovers her husband's death, and they're having a conversation about it. And Lacey Chabert is like, wow, who knew I would be getting grief counseling from a snowman? But she is. And it's actually quite good. Like, there are some heartfelt moments. So the next day, somehow, surprise, surprise, Snowman does not stay in the house like Lacey told him to. He's helping the old ladies. He's helping at the high school with the dance and the play. And now he's like everyone's favorite person in town. The sheriff is still like a criminal looms large people. And literally, like, the snowman already has told the people he stole from, like, look, I did it, I'm sorry, because he's wholesome and too good for this world. And they're like, we don't care, it's fine, keep the clothes. So he's at the school dance, he's doing all this stuff, he's building, everyone loves him. He's making Lacey Chabert's home into a Hallmark town. There is now heat, everything is fixed, everything is wonderful. He asks Lacey to the school dance. It's really sweet. Lacey is beginning to believe in love again. They're about to kiss, and the snowman is like, I shouldn't do this because, you know, my time here is limited and I don't want to hurt you. It's selfish, which is like heartbreaking. So Lacey Chabert is like, okay, thank you. And then they have their little like annual Christmas party at the diner, at which point the sheriff has finally, after like many, many, many days, realized there's literally a camera on the ATM across from the thing that was stolen from. So he's like, oh my God, it's you. And everyone is like, you cannot arrest the snowman. We love him. And the sheriff is like, you got to do the crime. Like, you do the crime at the time. They lock him up. But because remember how he's always sweating, even though he's always cold? he needs the colds because he's a snowman in a human body. So they put him in this jail cell because he's like, there's no fingerprints, like, he's a snowman, and he's on the run, must burn his fingerprints off. Lacey Chabert is like, oh my God, he's gonna die. And the sheriff is like, no, people sweat when they're guilty. And Lacey is like, no, he's sweating because he's a snowman. Because everyone in the town has now convinced her he's a snowman. Like, everyone in this town believes he's a snowman come to life. So the guy is like, you know what? Bail is at $2,000. Come get him December 26th. Lacey is like, that's after Christmas. He will die. And the sheriff is like, I don't care. So Lacey is like, I gotta get money. And she magically has like almost $1,000 in her safe. And also, like, the snowman has been buying things on Amazon. And so I don't know how much money this woman has, but like a lot. She doesn't have enough. The whole town comes together. And it's like, we have the money. You're $10 short. But who has the last $10? The sheriff's son, who was working on the play and the school dance with the snowman. And he's like, this is my friend, Dad. Don't be awful. And so they're like, keep your money. I'll get him out. And the bailiff gets him out. He is like dying. He looks dead. They put him in the snow to like resurrect him. And then it's like, no, he's dead. And Lacey's like, I'm so sad. And the town's like so sad. They're all walking away. And Snowman is like, Lacey, character name. And then they kiss. And it's so beautiful and magical. And then for Christmas, like, they have this beautiful time and it's all beautiful. And for some reason, Jack always wanted to go to Hawaii, but he couldn't because he was a snowman. But now he's not a snowman because for some reason now he's a real boy, like a real human. And so the movie ends with them going to Hawaii. And that is the story of the most unrealistic, beautiful, touching, crazy holiday movie I've ever seen. And my formal petition to get Lacey Chabert a Presidential Medal of Freedom, because that woman has done more for the holiday movie industry, Lifetime, Hallmark, Netflix combined, than anyone I know. Thank you and goodbye. Also, Gretchen Wieners. Like, Lacey Chabert is so fetch. Bye.